Welcome to Grown Men Chopping It Up. It's your boy J.R. Rada, and I'm here with my ace,
Carrie. I say Carrie with a K. This is a safe place for grown-ups to have a grown-up after dark talk.
We'll give you a second to tuck the kids into bed, because this is 21 and no. 21 and no. Okay, let's get to it.
Today's episode is not brought to you by Bevel, the superior shaving system for coarse and curly hair.
So yeah, we not messing with none of those super razors and all that other stuff.
Nah, give me the cheap shit. I want the $1.99 razors.
Man, matter of fact, I just sharpened up a knife and I cut my beard that way.
Right. I do with a pocket knife and a fire.
Oh man, you use fire. I don't even use fire.
I just reach on my face and pull my hair out my face.
Yeah, I pull them out one at a time.
God damn. They had to do something in the cowboy days.
Yeah, I call it the real man shave.
You should sell that idea.
Yeah, I pick them out one at a time.
and wince every time you do it. That's one.
Yeah, that's two. Alright, so we had a very interesting show last week. We got a lot of comments on it.
Right.
What did you feel about the show? Like, what kind of feedback did you get?
Well, I did hear also that I was a little too technical about the Oedipus Complex, and that some people didn't understand. They kind of just reacted to it like, "Oh, that's nasty."
Right.
But
I think when you use certain words like it wasn't like impale.
People watch
it was like. Yeah, I think that kind of threw a couple people off a little bit when you talk about their little son who wants to,
It wants to impale his mother with his penis.
Right. Either they want to kill you or penis you.
Right. Because we went out to dinner last night, and there was a little boy that was with his single mother. I'm assuming single. I don't know it for sure. But he was like, Mom, sit on my side. So instead of sitting across from him, he sat next to her. Then he proceeded to kiss on her neck and hug her real tight, which to the average person looks like affection.
Right.
But he wouldn't stop. It's like he kept doing it. It's cool to love your mother, but don't love your mother.
Yeah, but then, she didn't stop him either.
Nope, she didn't stop him. She giggled and,
because it's the affection that she wants from his daddy.
Right.
And he's not getting it.
Yeah, she probably calls him the man of the house, stuff like that.
Well, it's dangerous. I just got reminded of a story of there was a little kid, and he used to do that. She was a single mom, and she had all her friends come over, and they would always pick the baby up and play with him. And then when he got older, the joke was that he loved boobies and titties, so he was always grabbing her friends or hers. Well, they never corrected that behavior. He got into middle school and started grabbing some middle school boobies, and he's expelled, and all these other things happened because that behavior was never corrected.
Yeah.
So it's like he is down a dangerous path. You gotta teach these kids at an early age what you can and can't do, what's acceptable and not acceptable.
Yeah, and what kind of behavior they have towards you too. You have to, because a lot of kids do like to sleep with their parents or their mother.
Okay. Yeah, they sound a little off.
like some boys love to sleep with their mommy because when dad's out the picture, he's always in the bed with her.
Right.
And that can be dangerous too when it comes to a certain age, because it's said that every every boy, he at some point he does lust after his mother because that's his first pair of boobies he's seen.
Right.
He starts to like visual because we're visual as boys, men, we're visual. So when we see stuff, it's like, wow, it's stimulus in a certain way, but it's also stimulating his, what it is to stimulate.
Right. And, these kids are reaching puberty earlier and earlier every year.
Yeah, that's true.
I was having a talk with a friend of mine about her son, and I was like, you had the sex talk with him. And she was like, no, he's not ready. And I'm like, have you not listened to his voice? In the bathroom sound like Barry White. Like, these girls want to keep these kids as babies, and guys too. You want to keep these girls as little babies for too long.
Yeah.
You gotta give them the correct tools for success at an earlier age. So look, on one of the people who listened to the podcast wrote in and said, I agree with most of what you said about women being there for their sons and keeping them sheltered. I still feel like sons need nurturing, but it's a finding a balance. I don't feel like I treat her baby like a man, but I know I shelter him in a lot of ways. But I'm learning single mother doesn't come with a handbook. Yeah. And I think that's something that's very important. Like, nobody has a handbook on what they're doing. But listening to the show, you can have a handbook on what not to do.
Yeah. And I also think that they should stop treating single motherhood as a badge of honor. Because, I don't want to say it's a failure because it may not have been her fault that they're not together, but I don't think they should push it as, single mothers are great. They should push more like being with another person that you're pregnant by is the great part. Having a family or being being two parents is the great part. Being a single mother, they have to tell them that it's hard.
Yeah, and just making better choices.
Yeah.
Okay, part two. Second person said, I couldn't take much of it. I tried to fast forward through the beginning, which was making me want to puke, but didn't know how. Not that kind of subject I'm into. However, I know I'm missing the point because I didn't wait for it to come. All the theories and discussions of theories, it was way, it was boys wanting to penetrate both their parents, so that did it for me. Couldn't figure out how to fast forward, so I turned it off. I did end up figuring it out, though, and listened to more of the discussion about boys cooking and teaching boys to be more independent. I think I would be more inclined to listen to more of it if it applied to me, but I'm on my sons about being independent a lot, maybe too much. He gets up, makes his own waffle, bowls of cereal, pretty much anything that doesn't involve a stove or a microwave. So that was one person.
That's good.
So she couldn't figure out how to fast forward because she didn't want to be penetrated. And the other one, last one that I want to read was, it was a good show, but I think a man can only raise a man. It's hard enough out here for people in general, but for a little boy not to have a male figure or his father in his life is detrimental.
Mm.
Mm.
It could
it could be.
Yeah, depending on the boy.
Yeah. But the funny thing is that I read two books this week. One was Shaq's book, and the other one is the Michael Jordan book. Mm. And in both of those books, their fathers were major figures in their lives. And both of them had hard fathers. Both of them had, overbearing fathers. And Shaq's father used to beat him. Michael Jordan really didn't say his father used to beat him, but I think his father was all around. He had some bad qualities. Yeah. And the thing that I want to tell people, though, is that if you have a parent that loves you in whatever way, it seems like that could be, they could have bad faults and they could do bad things or they could have bad, vices. But sometimes it seems like that love part affects kids in a positive way because they both credit their dad with, their success, so to speak. But Shaq's dad beat him every chance that he got.
Wow.
But Shaq always did something wrong. But then that begs the difference. If you have a dad that beats you, obviously it didn't stop him from doing some things, right?
Yeah.
Because he kept getting the beat. But then on the other side of it is if he had a dad who talked to him more or showed him love instead of hard love, maybe he wouldn't have did those things too. So it's like there's no clear-cut way to be a parent, but at the end, it seems like as long as there's love, it finds a way to work itself out.
Yeah.
Like there's a rumor that Michael Jordan's dad slept with his sister.
Oh, wow.
I mean, yeah, that's horrible.
That is.
But Michael Jordan credited him making him into the man he was. So we're all flawed in some kind of way.
Yeah.
But seems like love is the X factor in those type of situations.
Yeah, as long as the love is there, sometimes they could block out the pain or the heartache.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I can't see hurting my kids,
Yeah.
I can't see, people who do stuff like that. Sorry about that. I just can't see that. And it's just crazy that, there's people out here like that.
Yeah, to inflict like, actual pain to a child, not for discipline purposes, but just because you want to see them hurt. That's sick.
Mm-hmm. So let's switch gears. So, marriage.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about marriage?
I think it's like people that tell me, like, I was married for a couple of years, and I'm divorced now, and the way they talk to me about it is like, are you going to get married again? It was terrible, right? I mean, you're not going to do it again, are you? I'm like, yes.
Uh-huh.
The marriage isn't the problem. The institution of marriage is not the problem for me.
Uh-huh.
It was
okay.
So I was married too. Now there are people that shouldn't be married. There are definitely people that should never be married ever, and then there are some people that thrive and function during a marriage better than they do when they're single. I'm not afraid of being single or alone, but I think depending on who you're married to, it can actually be beneficial being married.
For the people who say, I just rather be in a long-term relationship, like I don't need the paperwork. I mean, like what does the actual being married change from being single?
It actually, the paperwork is the important part, because if I'm married to you for 50 years and I work somewhere, I've earned a living, I've got life insurance, I could legally leave that stuff to you.
Uh-huh.
But now, I mean, I understand there's the domestic partnerships, so that makes it different. If you're a domestic partner and it's legitimized, you can leave that stuff to them too. But let's say before that happened, if you were just somebody's girlfriend or boyfriend for 40, 50 years, something happens to them, you get nothing. Only their kids get that. If you want to look after somebody for when you're not there anymore, that's like one of the rewards for being married in a committed relationship, because it's recognized by the law. So really,
I mean, if you have a will, then everything, your all that goes to, what you say where it's gonna go, right?
Well, your pension can't go nowhere in a will. You can't will your pension to a person.
Oh, you can't?
Yeah, you can't. It has to be a relative.
Your kids.
Yeah, it'll go to your kids. But let's say your kids aren't, let's say you didn't, your kids have stopped fucking with you, and it goes to some people that you don't even trust no more. Instead of this woman that's been by your side all this time, she gets nothing but whatever money you have left, or your car, or the house.
Why can't she get her own pension?
She could, but it's like double. Like same thing for the man. Like if my woman's in a job all that time and something happens to her, then I get that helping hand too, just as if she was there still. I just don't have her presence. But for a lot of people,
but But you can get life insurance.
Yeah, you can leave life insurance. I mean, the benefit to anybody. But for me, I think some people don't want to be married, don't need to. But I actually like I feel more secure in a relationship with somebody that I really care about if we're married.
Because you honor them.
Well, because your mind works different. It's like we get in an argument and we just boyfriend and girlfriend. My mind knows this. Hey, that's just my girlfriend. At any point of the argument, I can leave.
Oh, so you're saying that like if you get married to your fiance right now, you guys have an argument, she can't leave.
No, I'm saying I wouldn't leave as quickly as I would if we were just boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't know how she's gonna react, but that's.
Oh, so once you get married, it makes you stay longer in arguments.
Well, it makes you stay. It makes you consider more. Just like we said in one of the other episodes, if you have enough together, it makes you double think about leaving for something stupid.
Right, I get that part, but I'm just saying, like, you're saying that if you're married, then you're more likely to stay in an argument than if it's just a disagreement.
Well, yeah, you're more likely to stay if the argument wasn't worth it. Because most arguments are stupid.
Right, but I don't think is that marriage or is that just because you love her? If you didn't love her and y'all married and y'all have an argument, you're going to leave.
Well, here's the catch with that too. If somebody stays married, if you're married to a person 30, 40 years, right? And during that marriage, you didn't love them anymore. You had a bout of, I don't give a fuck about that nigga or that chick. But you're still there because love only starts it out. But things, honor, respect, admiration, compatibility, responsibility, all that stuff is what keeps you there. The love part, it ebbs and flows like the sea. It doesn't always.
Oh, okay.
Because I know with our grandparents, I guarantee she didn't care nothing about him for a while.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Are you over the fairy tales about marriage? I mean, do you still have the, it's supposed to be like this, you're supposed to do this?
No, I don't have any. Even when I was married the first time, I never said that we'd be together forever. I mean, I never said that because forever is for as long as we respect each other. That's your forever.
Right.
There is no forever, really. There's until we get so tired of each other, we can't stand each other no more.
Yeah, I was thinking like it's until I always say people love you as long as they like you.
Yeah.
The second they stop liking you, then they don't love you no more.
Yeah, and that's good too.
Do you think that you can forgive her for anything?
Yeah, I do. Except for killing one of my kids.
Okay, so if you come home and she has one kid under the water and she's already dunked the other one, you're going to hit her.
I'm going to restrain her because the hitting part, I'm going to rush over to pull her away.
But like she's really strong in her mission of drowning the kids. You wouldn't give her a pop?
I probably, in order to save a child, yeah, why not?
Do you think that there's like no reason a guy should ever hit a girl? Are you one of those guys?
No, I don't believe that at all. There's lots of reasons you should hit a girl.
Would you tell your son? What do you tell your son, that it's okay to hit a girl?
What I tell him is, and it's a funny joke, because I talked to the first kids about hitting girls first. So I told Isaiah, I said, you wouldn't hit a girl first if she hasn't posed a threat to you or hit you first. If she hits you first, you should press charges. So he said, okay, press charges. Where's the button?
That's hella funny.
Where's the button? What are you talking? I don't think you just shouldn't go around smacking on girls. But I think if the girl poses a credible threat, you should meet, like the police should be doing. You should meet force with force.
So if she punches you, maybe you should open hand slap her.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna hit with my fist because that's gonna almost kill her. But I'm gonna make sure she stops hitting me.
So there's never been a moment where you just want to slap the shit out of your fiance.
No, never.
Has she ever wanted to slap you?
Yeah, I think she.
Because you have a smart mouth.
Oh yeah. She wanted to slap me, but she didn't do it because she knows better.
But you're not going to do anything back. You're going to push charges.
Right. Here's the thing, though. You say it, but they don't really believe it. You'd be like, oh, he doesn't hit women, but if I sock the shit out of him, he just might hit me. It's how you keep your kids in line. They don't know you're going to halfway kill them or not when they get in trouble. Because you have to have some kind of fear involved when you're dealing with your kids. But, I think she doesn't hit me because maybe either she's afraid of the retaliation of it, or I might, just react.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even like to argue at all. To the point where I would do anything to avoid an argument, and sometimes that causes an argument.
Yeah, like you're walking away, or you're not gonna say nothing.
Yeah. I mean, I think the best way that you can, let's say you have a point that you're trying to get across, you can. The best way to deal with it is just like I just get quiet.
Yeah.
Like if we're going back and forth about something, and you're not seeing my point, I'm not seeing your point, I'm just gonna stop arguing, because I just think about that. You see two crazy people. I mean, you see a crazy person. He walks up to you and he's screaming at you, and you're just looking at him. If you start screaming back, everybody else is going to see two crazy people screaming.
Right.
But, they're not going to see that the one crazy person started it. They're going to see that you're crazy and he's crazy.
Right. And you both may get chased by police.
Yeah. And it's just like I said, but most part, I just think, like you said, everybody thinks that everybody else is an idiot. And somebody called me on that, and they were like, well, you calling me an idiot because of this and this. And it's like, if you take a second to give the other person, and I'm a very positive person.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, somebody hit me, and they asked me some advice. I'm glad I got you right now, so I can ask you. So they've been dating this girl for 4 months. And everything was going good. She has 2 kids. Her schedule is crazy with her job.
Yeah.
So she works a graveyard. She'll work a swing shift. She'll work a day shift, and then it'll switch. And then the next time she'll have 3 days off or 2 days off. So the guy tried to be understanding and not stress her. Like he wants to see her, he wants to hang out with her. But her schedule's so messed up, and he got frustrated because he kept asking her to hang out and plan that squash and stuff. So he just fell back, and then now she became the aggressive one. And she's the one that's always asking to hang out. Well, she got mad at him, and because she said that he wasn't excited about hanging out with her. Right. Because the plans keep falling through or whatever. And so she might call after not speaking for, like, let's say 3-4 days and be like, oh, I want to see you tonight. But he can't do it because it's last minute.
Yeah.
So he's seen her profile on his boy sent her a screenshot of her profile on a dating website. So he don't know what he should do with it. What you think he should do? Just nothing?
They're not promised to each other. They're only dating. And the difference between, you didn't say if he was black or white, but I know in the black society, when we're dating, we're together. If I'm talking to a chick, better not be talking to nobody else.
Right.
But the way our Caucasian counterparts do it, if they're dating, they're free to date whoever.
Mm-hmm.
You can pick Tom and John. You're only dating. And they call themselves. But for him, if he sees her profile coming up, I mean, if he see on the profile.
You're messing all the way up.
What?
Okay, I couldn't hear you. Say that again. The last thing I heard is if we go out, we're dating.
This is either so mad at him, Vaughn, or she's trying to. But he should take.
Did you move? Did you move? Did you move from where you were?
No, the same.
Oh, you're going in and out.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the same spot. I didn't move. Oh shit.
Okay, now you sound good.
Yep.
Okay, so you said that if you got bisexual, if we're doing it, we're dating.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For us, yeah.
And then, so should he? So he felt some. Obviously, he felt some types of ways. And it's like, I don't know. How would you feel? Like you guys been kicking or whatever. You trying to be patient. She gets mad because she calls and wants to see you. You can't see her that day because you got plans, and then she's on the dating site the next day. It's like all the time y'all spent really didn't mean anything.
Realistically, I would throw her in rotation.
She's just one of the many.
Yeah. That act, it's like she committed an act of war. She threw down the gauntlet.
Yeah. And I bet, and he got to do that just to protect himself in a sense.
Yeah.
He's feeling her, and he was being supportive.
Yeah.
And then that got him, you know. That's crazy.
Yeah, she didn't with.
I think in the end, though, if he was a good dude and he was kind of putting up with her schedule, and you know, still dealing with her being up and up, she is the one that's going to have a hard time finding somebody else who's going to accept that, and she got to build all over.
Yeah, and also when you're dealing with online dating, a lot of those. I mean, I only have experience with women. I don't know what the guys do, but a lot of those women, when they meet dudes for online dating, they don't delete their profile, and they also continue to talk to other dudes too. It's like they're just
maintain control under applicable laws at all times. Unsaid that you're subject to search, inspection, testing, and removal.
It sounds like she just likes the sound of her voice. Yeah. 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 Still here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I lost you for a second there.
Well, it seemed like the recording started and then it stopped again.
Oh.
Maybe there's like a time limit on it.
I'll listen to it and call me back.
All right.
So that concludes our show tonight. We know there's a lot of podcasts you could be listening to.
And should be listening to.
So we thank you for riding with us. I'm J.R. Ryder.
And I'm Kerry with a K. Make sure you look us up on Facebook or Instagram, or get at us on grownmenchoppingitup@gmail.com. That's spelled out GROWNMENCHOPPINGITUP. And remember, everybody kneeling ain't praying.
Peace.